Hi and welcome to the Arsenal Circle. Here to talk to you today about the latest fixture between Liverpool and Arsenal in the Premier League. This was a brilliant match to watch, and as a neutral, I'm sure many people would have enjoyed it a lot. But being an Arsenal fan, it was very painful to watch. It was very, very painful. A lot of stress went into this match. Let's go straight into it. Let's talk about the lineup straight away. We started off with the same 11, I believe, as we did against Leeds. I could be wrong. Maybe Jesus didn't start that match, but it was the correct lineup to start off with. Shame we didn't have Saliba. I feel like Saliba would have helped a lot in this fixture because Rob Holding, again, when you see him play against top tier sides, he really seems out of his depth. He really is a mid-table player. I hate to say it, but it's not good enough depth in the defense. But yeah, apart from that, the lineup was fine. You know, it's the same lineup we've been going with. You expect this kind of lineup, and yeah, that's where that was. But I think the thing we need to acknowledge straight away is that it was a tale of two halves, and I'd hate to do this. I hate to do this, but I really think if we're gonna pin it on one man today, because Arteta did his job, I could see him doing his job. Arteta was brilliant here. He fielded the right 11, of course. I mean, it's hard not to, but he got them to keep the game slow, not to rile up that Anfield atmosphere. But you know, he did it. Granit Xhaka did it. I hate to point the finger at him, but I really do think it's down to him, and a lot of people are saying it, and obviously head up to him because he has been brilliant, one of our better players, or at least our most improved player, definitely our most improved player, and he did have a good game. Apart from that, he wasn't bad on the pitch, didn't look out of his depth. But look, that moment right there, literally right there, that 41st minute, look at the momentum switch from that moment. I mean, you know, it's crazy, but yeah. Yeah, that's kind of what happened. I mean, and then Anfield obviously erupted. There's actually some noise, and you know what? It's fine. Yeah, it is what it is. We make that mistake, but after half time, what we had to do was regain control of the game. But yeah, let's go through the first two goals before I get into that. Martinelli in the 8th minute scoring another early goal against Liverpool, and it was a good one as well. Well, I say a good one, but it was quite skillful to manage to poke that one in because it is a Van Dijk mistake, and bro, Van Dijk is nothing like the player that he used to be. I went to watch Liverpool Arsenal last season at the Emirates, and just seeing Van Dijk as a physical presence, it scares you. It would scare me. Now, uh, it's laughable. Van Dijk is not a good defender. I don't know what's happened in 1 year that's made him from best defender in the world to possibly not even one of Liverpool's best three defenders. If we're looking at some other performances recently, Matip's been better. Kanate was brilliant today, and I don't know, maybe probably top three, but you know, regardless, Van Dijk just has not been good, and he gives the ball away to Martinelli. Stupidly, I don't know what he was doing. That wasn't even down to defending. It was just down to composure. And Martinelli just about pokes it through past Allison, gives us the lead, and that was crucial. And then we keep adding the pressure. I mean, as you can see in the momentum here, we were all over them. We were the better team. Look, we scored here against the run of play. We gained back the momentum, and then yeah, another goal. But this other goal from Jesus was a very nice goal. Martinelli's done really well to find himself into space. Some good link up play with I believe it was Saka, and maybe Odegaard was in there. I can't fully remember at least, but you know, and he's whipped it in. And Jesus, it's a header you expect him to score. You expect any striker to score there, but it's not easy to do so. And he has given us a 2-0 lead. At this point, I'm thinking this is quite a comfortable game now. I'm happy. I'm happy because we really looked like we could control the game and go on to win 3 or 4-0. Wasn't to be, unfortunately, and Salah brings one back, as I say, right after the incident between Xhaka and Trent. Salah, you know, I can't. It doesn't say who assisted it here. I believe it was Jota, but it doesn't say anywhere who assisted it, but just kind of gets it through, and then it's a little bit jammy, but you know they deserve that goal. They did deserve that goal because they played well to get the goal, and our defense just capitulated there. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is. You know, half time was so crucial for this game, and I really don't think it was up to Arteta in this one. Arteta, I think, has learned from his mistakes, and he was trying to calm down the team. You saw right after half time, we did not look calm at all. And Arteta was screaming at these players to calm down because we just wouldn't. I guess it is what it is. And, you know, eventually that leads to us giving away a penalty. Although, it doesn't say what... Yeah, here we go. The 54th minute. Although, in what world is that a penalty? Rob Holding was fouled and they got a penalty for it. Now, I can understand kind of where you're going from. They both put their foot out. But it seems like Holding's kind of the guy who is on the ball, if that makes sense. He's close. He was going to get it. And then I believe that was Jota as well, who just puts his foot in front. And Holding just kind of trips up over Jota because, as you would, referee gives it a penalty. VAR check, it's still a penalty. I never understood that. In a way, it might have been good for us conceding there, and we would have more time to put pressure on for a winner. But at the same time, that would have meant that they had more time to get another goal, like this one here. So maybe it would have been good to concede that, but it was not to be, I guess, because Salah, shocking, really. You know, Ramsdale was never going to save it if he actually got it on target, and I know that's easy to say. Ramsdale's not very good at penalties. I think it's very easy. This is the one flaw in Ramsdale's game that I will say. I think it's very easy to score a penalty against Aaron Ramsdale. But Salah just completely misses it. You can't miss the target. And yeah, at this point, you know, there's confidence here. There is confidence. At this point, the 80th minute, you know, Arteta is holding on to a win here. This was a decision I didn't understand. Why are we bringing on Jakub Kiwior in his second ever Arsenal appearance to help defend a 2-1 lead at Anfield? A 2-1 lead. You know, that's never going to happen. You have to kill the game off at Anfield because the crowd is going to rile up. The players are going to be fired up, ready, and they're going to want to score a goal in front of these fans late on. And that's exactly what they do. This was never going to work. You felt it coming. I mean, look at this. It's ridiculous how much pressure they were putting on us. And I will say, just minutes before, if Martinelli, again, hate to blame players, Martinelli placed one pass right and given it to Saka, you're always betting on Saka to score there. So, you know, it's pain. It's pain. It was 3-on-1. 3-on-1. Oh, anyway. You know, it does hurt. It does hurt. Anyway. I'm sidetracking myself. They deserved their goal. I mean, Trent Alexander-Arnold, I know he's been getting a lot of stick, but he was very good in this game, I thought. Maybe not defensively, but going forward, he was very good. He always looked like a threat going forward. Meg Zinchenko, and at that point, it's over. You know, you look at it and it's just like, you don't want to watch anymore because the ball's whipped in and it's such a free header for, who was it? I forget. Firmino, yeah, such a free header. And at that point, we're chasing the game about 10 minutes to go because of injury time, and Liverpool looked like they would have won. I mean, in the 90+6 minute, Ramsdale comes out with a brilliant save, and I think that's something we need to acknowledge today. Ramsdale is incredible. Let's just take this minute to appreciate Aaron Ramsdale, because what he did in this game was nothing short of exceptional. He proved why he should be England's #1 goalkeeper. His distribution was brilliant. His shot stopping was brilliant. His presence in the box was brilliant. There was not a single thing that Aaron Ramsdale really did wrong today, apart from scuff at the penalty spot and get a yellow card. I think that's something to do with something in the penalty, you know, altercations, like really getting a yellow card. And Footmob has absolutely done him dirty with a 7.1. That is ridiculous, because he was easily the man of the match. Aaron Ramsdale was the man of the match. And should have his head held high despite conceding twice. How do you concede twice and still be the man of the match? That's the problem I had with this game. We just let them pressurize us throughout the whole game, and Ramsdale was left to save us. Uh, really. That's all I can say about that. I mean, I don't know what happened, to be honest. It just felt like we were playing with less men at points. Um, Other good performances, yeah, Partey was pretty solid in the midfield. The whole front three were really good, but they just weren't as involved as maybe you would have liked. Odegaard was very quiet today, I will say. Ben White, I thought, had a pretty good game. I don't know why. I don't know why he's got yellow card. Not why he's got yellow. Why he's got 6.7 rating, is what it is. Holding again. I say he looked out of his depth. He did. Zinchenko. I mean, you saw after the game, he was furious with himself. He didn't have a great game. Let's be honest, and he was furious. And it's the right mindset from him, because you know he's going to come back in the next game and perform against West Ham. That's if he starts. Maybe Tierney will start that game. I don't know. But you know he'll perform if he's playing, and I'm sure it won't knock his confidence. But it really is frustrating to watch. Players that we've watched consistently for the last 30 odd games just not play as good as we know they can. And it wasn't just down to us, our mistakes. Again, I have already said that Alexander-Arnold had a good game. Konate was really solid at the back, could not get past him. Henderson, for some reason, always looked like a threat going forward. His whole right side looked like a threat going forward. Gakpo, again, he was pretty good. Well, I say pretty good. He was alright. Jota usually scores against us, terrorizes us. He wasn't good today. Robertson, this game really made me dislike Robertson. I'm sorry, but he's such a crybaby. Like, honestly, everything that Keane said about him is true. But I will say again, though, that I'm not gonna sit here and say that the linesman should have elbowed him in the face, because I know that is a ongoing situation, and I guess we'll see what really happened and what the linesman point of view, because all it looks like is Robertson's kind of put his hand on his shoulder or whatever, and he's just got an elbow to the face for it, for whatever reason. And yeah, I don't know. A really stressful game. All the props has to go to Ramsdale. Let me know what you thought about the match down in the comment section below. Are Arsenal still gonna win the league? Like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and thank you for watching. Goodbye.